here, I was thinking it was regarding quantitative research, and especially in our field, we work on like numbers and data interpretation like that. From yesterday onwards, actually, it's helping me a lot because I was even not knowing regarding the what sir said. Even I was not knowing the name of Atlas because I was not aware of that one. So coming here, so I came to know about there is a different kinds of tool to analyze these kind of tools which are mainly useful in the field of social science and even though business and management, I think so. So one thing especially I am carrying here is we can also implement a tools like Atlas. I got some ideas like sir was explaining regarding different kinds of codings. So mainly 6 kinds of codings. Probably we can also have a more kind of codings if we analyze means. So one thing I can implement is I can like Atlas.ti. We can also develop, even I can or my friends or my colleagues can develop other tools related to the social work. So it may be helpful in future for further researchers and all. So for that purpose, actually analyzing how does it actually work and all thing, and sir was fabulously explained everything, even though I have certain kinds of confusion because I was not knowing regarding these kind of researchers. Even frankly speaking, we won't work on case studies. Even I came to know, so when sir was explaining certain kind of example, I came to know that okay, social works and management things will work like that. So we need certain tools. Actually we have, I think, a fewer tools like Atlas. Even it is the first tool actually I am learning because I was not into this part. Usually we were in developing part. We were not in use. Actually we were in developing part. So one thing that first we need to learn how it is helpful. Then only we can develop. Okay, na? So that thing I actually learned here. So it will definitely help me for my further research and all thing. Actually we work on images, especially I have published a research paper on logo forgery identification. So it was completely on images. Since the topic was related to the images, videos and text, I thought actually images and videos would have been explained here, but you also have told me to practice that one. It's okay, I will see through that. But actually my area of interest was on image and videos. I will try that, how it will work out. I will implement myself and I will see. Even yesterday I was telling about regular expression, which is the thing I daily used in my classes because I am going to handle the concept like theory of automata or finite automata. It is the basic foundation for the development of computer and computer programming languages. There we are mainly going to use the concept of regular expression. For regular expression evaluation, usually I was using a tool called JK flip-flop or JK, it was a tool. But so I came to know that even I can implement regular expression in Atlas also. It was beneficial for me, and also I learned so many things. So I should be very gratitude to sir himself for giving such a great opportunity even for our.
Thanksgiving session, you have to.
That session is tomorrow.
Okay. What I learned today is regarding how to.
Any questions also further, and
Yes.
what do you expect tomorrow? Sir told that because tomorrow is going to be the last day. What you are expecting tomorrow, so that what you miss, maybe you think that you are missing yesterday and today, so that you can cover it tomorrow. It is for all, not only for madam.
Sir, as he asked, even I have taken many photographs in the field and videos. So I was expecting when you were telling about we can even
you can bring your own photographs, you can do your own coding, you can develop your own code book and put it there, and we can analyze that. That's what I said.
Can you?
If you have your own photographs, put it there, create a code book, and you apply that on those selection.
Actually,
Can you
do sentiment analysis.
can you show at least 5 to 10 minutes?
I did this photo for the first day itself.
Okay.
It's there on the video also.
Okay.
It's there on the video. If you see my mastering, the first video, there is one of this on images, and you click images and you code images.
Okay.
Just like you're importing documents, you're importing images. Import files, import images. And you can link audio and video, and you can do the transcripts. It can be done on timeline, and it can also be done on the transcript. Two formats. The Atlas.ti itself generates the transcript. You work on the transcript coding, or you work on the timeline. Timeline means this is the area, this is what it is about, this whatever. I mean, based on your research questions. It can be about how people use maybe a particular software that you have developed. It can be based on their experience from that.
For photos, we can also develop like explicit evaluation using sentimental analysis.
Yes,
I hope
yes.
so.
But your own code book, you upload it, and then
Sure.
thank you so much, ma'am.
We'll do one thing. So here some.
This is one of the ritual of the community. The community is Kolam community in Telangana region. So this is one of the ritual where they sacrifice.
So you are saying one of the rituals, sacrifice. You are trying to code yourself.
Okay.
These are the codes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you will have to transfer those codes into this software.
Okay.
You select it, and you say that this is the ritual. And next time when you click on ritual, all these pictures will come out.
So here when
Add document, add document. Add document. Add files, add files, add files, add files. Yeah. Any picture. Is there on a document? Select and code. Yes, right click. Different parts of it you can code, or entire document you can code.
okay, even can I code the this thing? I mean,
Yes.
This is the material culture of the
Yes,
community,
yes.
and then
Right
this
click
is-
code, yes.
Okay. Okay. Should I go for this?
Add. Plus, yes. Plus, very plus, add. Yeah, it's been added.
Okay.
Can you see on the right side? 21 IMG, the document, material culture, the code is appearing on the right side.
Yeah.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Yes. You can see, after you write the code, you write comments.
Okay.
So that when you get it out, or you write memos and you add to the codes and then you add the report.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Sure.
So it's all together at one place.
Sir,
Wonderful.
suppose we have 10 pictures. Okay.
All 10 different documents.
We have 10 random pictures. Okay, sir. It is regarded to his topic. Okay. We annotate or label every images. What's the next step? Is there a
See,
graph or a,
wonderful. Yeah.
what next?
So the next step, it could be, which I said we'll do tomorrow, is whether those codes are linked in certain ways. I mean, as I said, the pictures are related to some research question. As I said, material culture, rituals, this, that, or whatever. So under rituals, this is the thing which is appearing, and these rituals are related to their well-being. These are a part of their everyday exercise, whatever. And this is a descriptive format that comes out. Plus all these three different, as I said, well-being, material culture and everything, they are represented in a, as I said, a visual format.
So the end result will be theme identification.
No, theme identification plus the memo that you are writing.
Or the pathway.
Pathway is there, but as I said, it has to be, you have to get out of that quantitative thinking, because it is not just the result. It is a process. So when you are describing that process and when you're recording that as memo or whatever, that is what is part of the.
Okay, so how do we put that
In a
all
report.
the information into the research paper?
Into the report. You export the memo and you use that exported document into your writing. That's what we're going to do tomorrow.
Just the image, sir.
No. Your memos, your codes, your links, your ideas.
As an appendix.
No. Part of your report. Why appendix? That is the part. This is the description is the report. That's why this is qualitative. Appendix would be if you had some other reports. Here, this is the report.
would the
That-
10 photos will be enough? Would it be?
Why? 10 photos will not be enough for a qualitative exercise. They are just one of the things. That's why we are saying that they are just additions to the document.
All the participants were asking, they wanted their field photos to be put through this software and something some output may come out. They are expecting something like that, but it is like it's like
I told
images.
I told you. I mean, from day one, it is a tool to help you all that and to organize all your ideas and all that in that particular manner. Otherwise, AI is doing. What are you doing? Then why do you get? I mean, why will you get a degree or marks or whatever? Then Divyashish ma'am's department is creating all the tools. You're just using it. You're just writing. You can write a thesis with ChatGPT. It's not. I mean, then why do you require a 3-day thing? Then we would have done it half an hour.
Yes, sir, but I'm not expecting full automation, sir. But what is the end result or what is the core result that we
Shanmugh,
get?
I'm again repeating. This is the first day you're coding. And on first day, if you're looking at result, I said, wait for tomorrow for results. Day one, you've learned only coding and you want results. It can't be possible. For results, you have to wait till tomorrow. I told you, I gave you 3 examples that we'll do analysis, we'll do networks, we'll do querying, we'll do report writing. Wait till tomorrow.
Yes, sir. At least a glance would be helpful, sir.
That's why I'll share the video. Yes, that's why I'm sharing a video, the 4th video. You're not listening to me properly. I said,
We can summarize
I said I'll share that video tonight so that I'll do that tomorrow. Or you don't want to do anything tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
See, just to answer Jayaprakash sir's question very quickly, qualitative data analysis is a different kind of thinking, and we've discussed very quickly. I'll go through that. Give me the 10 question ones. The thing. I only have 3 things. There's one thing on 10 questions. Give that to me very quickly. I'll just finish in 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. Do we have 5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Please listen. I'm repeating. I'm not going to repeat the code writing exercise tomorrow. I introduced memo. I said there is another video I'll share tonight. You can go through that. It's already there. You go to my channel, you get it there. How to use networks and all that. But it has to be different from the quantitative way we are doing it. Is in addition to that. 10 photographs I get is in addition to some other thing I have done. 10 photographs will not get you a PhD. It will not even get you a research paper. Unless you go to the moon and you take pictures there. Right? Why? I mean, what is my document? What am I saying? 10 pictures, I mean, he does a lot of pictures, they are addition to what a lot of other things are doing. So, qualitative findings are not generalizable, as I said. Qualitative findings, the researcher's biases are not used there. It's very important. We have to be clear about our researchers' observation effects. Will different researchers get the same finding? No. The researchers with different backgrounds, just see page number 4. 10 questions. Researchers with different backgrounds may focus on various aspects of the same setting. This is descriptive. This is qualitative. This is words. This is people's experiences. Studying people in their natural context. In an ethnographic way, in an anthropological way, in a descriptive way. Why? Because the survey data might not capture everything. Today we have just, in the first 2 days, we have concentrated on coding part. And coding, as you can understand, as you realize, somebody who's already submitted his PhD, coding is not a simple thing. We discussed 7 different types of coding yesterday. And then I developed codes. Putting that code on the text is so difficult. So qualitative research is not easy. Not like SPSS, we put it there and we get whether P is less than 0.5, 0.05 or it is greater than 0.05 and you get no. It's massive work of a different kind. Codes, themes, etc. That's qualitative coding. Certain codes occurring, qualitative work. Your own ideas about, when you're listening to those documents, those people, etc. Qualitative work. This is not quantitative. That's why right at the beginning I said, let's get out of that mindset. I have written quantitative papers all my life, and probably that's easier, as I said. Writing and all this is not easy because it's our own idea of what people are saying. Let's understand the three different philosophies, and this is very important. If you do not understand that philosophy, we are lost. I should not use very harsh terms. One is the realist philosophy, which assumes, a lot of social scientists will do that, which assumes that there is a reality out there which can be measured by instruments and we are measuring it. That's what we do in economics, that's what we do in communication, that's what we do in many other things. The other philosophy is an interpretivist, nominalist philosophy where we see that everything is humanly constructed, there is no perfect reality. And we are trying to look at this human construction. Does it make sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
If you have a disagreement, please disagree. But try to understand the idea that these are two different philosophies. There's another one, critical philosophy, which assumes that everything which exists is not correct. There are underlying reasons, political economy, Marxism, etc., and that suggests that this has to be done that way. If I want to, I can look at coding there, I can look at those things there, but there are different ways of looking at the same thing. Am I clear?
Yes.
Again, another philosophy, feminist philosophy. That's a very different way of looking at it. Am I clear? Please tell me yes or no. That's very important. If we try to put these two things together, they are different. There are different ways of looking at it. Realist and nominalist are not same. What is your ontological position? Am I clear about that? Ontological position. Where do you stand? If you stand closer to realism, this is not for you. Then you go for totally quantitative. But there are problems, as I said. It does not, and the world is recognizing that. Who are we? That's why we have many software like this. We are looking at these different ontological positions. What do we mean by ontological? How do we define reality? In realism, we define reality through measurable instruments. In nominalism, through human, context-specific experiences. Am I clear? Does it make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
Because if after 2 days you think that, okay, where is numbers? No. I did not offer numbers. ChatGPT can do that, but it's ChatGPT's description. Then I will be lost, I will not be required. Am I clear? Putting pictures, videos, etc., that's fine. But it's not a magic box that we feed something and we get our end result. No. The manual exercise I did yesterday was to suggest that this manual exercise will now be done on a computer because it will provide me with this kind of output.
Sir, can I answer whatever I have understood for everybody,
Yeah,
including
please.
myself?
Mhm.
Whatever I have. So today you said it is first day coding, yes. After knowing coding, see NEP, we are ready, just oversight we are done. But after doing this exercise, the coding already you have given us, and we try to put the whatever codes you have given to the text and also some other
Your own, yes.
So once everybody who has read now NEP, so you will realize that based on your coding, so it is changing the education system of India. So right from the beginning, whatever we had the English education system, so we want to move out of that For that, the coding is start from our own knowledge system. Yesterday we said rasas, so that has come into that. So for that, IKS word is used. And there is other words like what I have added additional is like shadow education. So the NEP says we have to move out from coaching classes. So there the word shadow education can be put. So then about the exchange programs, we had student exchange, but now the focus is like on the globally, since India wants to be Vishwaguru, so we want to have exchange programs with other countries. So that comes. What is that? Student exchange program, or and also you have used coding as language, but multidisciplinary will come because all professions and also connective education. Coding, additional coding is like since whatever we learn, it should not be wasted. Everything what we learn should be useful for that connective education. So from one education system to other, so and applied education, like whatever everybody learns should be applicable and they should be useful, like that coding. And lastly, resources. So we can use additional like enhancement of resources, like we want more and more public schools and public expenditure. So these are additional coding. By this we understand that we want to use our own resources, Indian knowledge, and we have to be globally educational leader. So that overall comes through coding. That's what we have.
So basically, we are trying to do is look at, as ma'am said, some of the research questions that can be used to, some of the research questions that we use a document to answer. This is one of the documents. It need not be, your research question should not, it can be a small paper on NEP. How does NEP, what are the semantic elements, or what are the descriptive elements, etc., or how we see through it. And as I said, that description is used by the humanities department on a daily basis. How they interpret text and how they interpret discourses, so on and so forth. We are taking it closer to the social science in terms of how do we use the text to address research questions. And those research questions could be related to IKS, then I code on IKS, and I get that these are the references, because I have to keep those references in my answer. In my paper, not in the answer. I have to put those references. It's about words. If you want, I can share, I'll share on the group today itself. They're written differently. That report is written differently. In quantitative research, that would be an appendix. Here it is a part of the research paper. Am I clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. This is what I was talking about, the fourth video. I'll share it on the group. Here we talk about all those how these codes are related, and how we translate and all that. So how we do all those kind of things. So this is there on the fourth video. Whether we think that this code is associated with that, this is associated with that, or whatever. And it's descriptive, it's narrative, it's about, as I said, all those approaches. It's dialectical. It's about arguments. It's not about numbers. It can be in numbers, but only. Am I clear? Yes. Please clear the arguments if you have. Otherwise, we will always try to fit in, in a different aspect, and that's what. Were you not there in the first part of my lecture yesterday?
Yes, sir. I was here.
I said in the modes of thinking. The first part I started off was a mode of thinking for QDA. Again, please read that. Probably it might not have made sense yesterday. Comprehensive modes of thinking for QDA. It's different. It's categorical, it's narrative, it's dialectical, it's it's diagrammatical, and it's as I said, practical, poetical. Maybe even. Then we discussed, what are the different characteristics of qualitative research. We discussed 5 different parts. Jai Prabhakar sir, we're just repeating what we've been doing. So we explained, it's naturalistic, it is descriptive. It is the process is of emphasis. Please can we go through this again? Really clear. It is inductive. We are creating theories. We are suggesting that this is the theory or this is what the thing looks like. And then we talk about coding. And I spoke about 2 different ways of, 7 different ways of coding. And then some of those applications. Using that document, we will have to create our explanations. It's in words, it's in descriptions. It's different from, as I was talking to Kiran Kumar sir, that you might have income disparities, etc. But unless you have this descriptive part, why that income disparity, why that discrimination, it does not help. That's why we do that triangulation. Quantitative along with this qualitative approach. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I apologize for my any.
No. Why should you?
Argument. One point, sir.
Why should
The
you?
second thing is, I want to make my point clear that I want to put it out in a simple word, sir. The Atlas.ti is very, very unique and very complicated thing. Okay, sir. And if I use the layman's word, we are walking 10 miles. Okay, sir. We are concentrating on the 10 mile. We are not concentrating on the destination.
We are no. Listen.
Yes,
You have just let me come back. I got your point. I got it. Listen. This, if you walked on foot, if you had to do all this on manual coding, it would have required lot more effort. People are doing it manually. Our friend did it manually. This software puts it all in a more easy manner, in which I can easily get those reports easily. How many of these codes are negative? One click you get it. How many of these codes are related to technical excellence? You get it. If my research question is that NEP puts a lot of stress on technical excellence, how would I do otherwise without the software?
So may I answer?
No, answer me first. If I had to use the document, see, that is the problem. If you are listening, not to listen, just to respond, that's a problem. Listen to my question, then I will listen to your question. If I have the document and I don't have the software, how do I do it? We can't do it. That's why this walking would take 2 days. Now, this 10-mile walking is there, but it's taking faster. Now come.
Yes, sir. I was talking about the destination, sir.
Uh-huh.
Before you walk, you could have. I was asking, what's in the destination?
Uh-huh.
You can just motivate us. You will get this destination. This it will have rivers. Just a layman term, sir.
Okay.
I was asking about that, sir.
Okay.
I was not criticizing the
No.
process.
You have
about
to.
that.
You have to criticize. That's fine. See, this is not about Shanmu.
Just a minute. You have given this answer yesterday, I think today morning. I am repeating that on your behalf. On your behalf. So we all know music. How many swars are there? कितना सुर है संगीत में? 7 है, 8वां है नहीं? कितना? So we all know that there are 7. But how many are experts of that? Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. है ना? But the person who is learning that music, he has to make lot of riyaz. Then he becomes a good singer or composer, whatever it is. In her 75th birthday, Lata Didi, what she said, even today, 75th birthday, she says, even today, I woke up at 3:30 a.m. and I begin with my riyaz, practice. On her 75th birthday, she is celebrating. It means, what is the effort behind the screen? Isn't it? So, Jagrati asked me, sir, ये कोड शब्द है, इससे क्या होगा? क्यों बना रहे हैं हम लोग? But she was feeling frustrated. I transferred that frustration to Pandey. And he said, अभी तो ये लोग सुर सीख रहा है ना, अब संगीत बनने दो, कल बनेगा। इस सुर को, 7 सुर को कैसे कॉम्बिनेशन बनाना, NCR परम्यूटेशन कितना बनेगा, NCR उतना कॉम्बिनेशन कैसे बना सकते हैं, वो तो बाद में आएगा ना। तो अभी हम लोग सुर सीख लिया या सीखने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन संगीत कैसे बनेगा, संगीत कैसे, उसके लिए तो समय लगता है। तो पहले ये सीख लीजिए। दिस इज द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल पार्ट। आई कैन नॉट से दैट इट इज अ डिफिकल्ट पार्ट, इट्स द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल पार्ट, क्योंकि एवरीथिंग इज सब्जेक्टिव। दैट्स व्हाई आई रिपीटेडली से 1 + 1 is not equal to 2 in case of social sciences, in physical sciences, in chemical sciences, in what is that, biological science, everywhere it is 2 only, but it cannot be 2 in social sciences. It may be 1.9 or it may be 2.5 also. But then how it is possible? Why it is possible? Because you are all dealing with a human brain, which is highly dynamic, and it keeps on changing at every moment. It's not that you are changing your moods, but it keeps on adding a lot of things, and because of that, there are a lot of changes. But how to quantify that? How to capture that? So these are the means that we are trying our level best. We are trying our level best through these means. है ना? So अभी हम सुर पे है, संगीत के लिए रियाज करना पड़ेगा। गुरुजी बताएंगे। लेकिन लता दीदी ने किससे सीखा? लेकिन अपने 75th birthday में she is telling this. She wakes up at 3:30. How many of us woke up at 3:30 and start practice रियाज? तब जाके दीदी बनेगा ना वो, ऐसे दीदी नहीं बनेगा। हाँ, वो दीदी नहीं है। बंगाल का दीदी नहीं है, ये दीदी दूसरा है।
Yeah, so just to summarize again, thank you sir. Yeah, that was the one of the metaphors that I used. Just to summarize again, we have been speaking since yesterday about processes like content analysis, thematic analysis, focus group discussions, how to make sense of open-ended answers. Am I clear about that? In respect of what? In respect of addressing our research questions. Am I clear about that? If we do it manually, which we did yesterday, didn't we all do that? We tried to identify themes. We identified 3 themes there. And there we could say that, okay, this is what it dealt with. That is the output. That is it. What else are we looking at here? Addressing our research questions in a descriptive manner for a qualitative data. What is qualitative data? Words, text. Am I clear about that? I don't want to use software. Of course you don't use that. I will not use mobile phone. I know many people don't use mobile phones when they are happy with that. Then you will have to use a lot of sticky notes, this, as you said, a lot of those things. Some of these things can be put in a diagrammatical format. But that is not the only reason why we are doing it. To make sense of all the open-ended data, what are the themes that they are talking about? They are talking about India's victory, they are talking about nationhood, they are talking about this, that, or whatever. What I am looking into it. Your subject is economics. You do, qualitative research of 50 people on why they are using that particular occupation. So why they are not able to get a job is probably your research question. They are saying that in words, they are writing to you, maybe through focus group discussions or whatever. Out of that, what are the major themes that are coming out? What is the overarching themes? You are using those things to emphasize that research point. Am I clear about that? That is the destination. What else do you want? I mean, we did not offer, we didn't tell you that 2 days, 3 nights to Malaysia, did we? Am I clear? Is that, tell me?
Yes, sir.
Just, it's very important. It's not about you. I have to make that point forcefully so that we get out of that quantitative mindset. I am a physics graduate. I do SEM. I have videos on SPSS, on R, on the same channel. I'm not a humanities person. But we think that this tool is very, very useful. That's why everyone is doing it, that's why they are. If you think that this tool is not useful, you can't do it manually, brother. But emphasizing again, this is day one. This is not chat GPT that you can just get like that. It will help you with AI coding and all that, because AI coding is there, it might help you that. But the output is description, analysis of text. Isn't it what we're doing? Did we offer anything else since yesterday? No, please help me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir. I was expecting that diagram also.
Which one?
That diagram, sir.
This one?
Yes.
So, you want me to go today?
No, sir.
You don't want me to come tomorrow? I said that it is there in the fourth picture, and I also said that it is my guarantee, give me time. You don't want me to come tomorrow? You want me to come tomorrow? It is there on the website, I didn't make it. This was made 1 year ago. It's there on the YouTube, I said I'll share that. So just, we can be impatient, but this is coming tomorrow. You will do it. This is just the codes are linked. Congress is linked to Gandhi, is linked to the cause of this, is the cause of that. No? You're doing that. That is what it is coming. Agree with that? No, you should have questions, as I said. I like discussions. Believe me, I love discussions. You must, I said that you must disagree with me. That's what classroom is all about.
The coding is the very difficult part, and also
it is a voluminous part.
that's what we need to focus a lot of time and energy for that.
And that's why we put 1 full day on it. Of a 3-day program, 1 full day on coding, I developed a code book.
Yes. So after that, analysis part may not be difficult.
Yes, and that's tomorrow. It is there, as I said. The video exists. It's my own video.
This, we can go to export now, and we can export this image.
As I said, I will share that tonight itself. It's there. I'm not going to make a video at Any question? Please do ask me. It's right. It's our job to explain it. Any other thing?
Sir, talking about earlier we have written quantitative type papers, but what is the format of writing?
Right, I'll share papers. Very good, I'll share papers. But this is not going to happen just like that. It will take months. That's why it's called a PhD degree. Am I clear? When did you do your registration? How far are you with your PhD process?
2019, sir.
So you're just about to submit. So probably when you write papers from the same data, this will be a lot more rigorous. Am I clear? But even without these diagrams, the analysis is possible. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's what I said. That's what I've been saying. Is there something wrong in my? Are you not listening to me? Okay, thank you. And as you can understand, there is a process behind why we have planned it this way. In fact, if you see the brochure that was given by Professor Chilli, I am exactly following that kind of a process. And today we'll talk about analysis, today we'll probably talk about AI coding, today we'll talk about how to make sense of all these things. And this will be an answer to whatever has been raised. Yesterday, I wanted you to practice coding very nicely because that is the basis of content analysis. That is the basis of what we are doing. And that is why we have just half an hour exercise. I understand it can get very tiring, it can get very boring, it can get very difficult on the cognitive faculties, but that is what is required in the long term. If we are assuming that the software will do a lot of magic, it will. But before that, we must know what are the things that we are supposed to do. So today I will do a lot of things about concept. We spoke of sentiment analysis. Do you all remember yesterday? Sentiment analysis? Yes. Wonderful. We spoke of concept, opinion mining. Do you remember opinion mining? Yes. I will talk in details about opinion mining. We will talk about visualization. We will also talk about some part of report writing. If you see this thing carefully, I have already put down 3 documents in your group. One are the 5 research questions. Has everyone access to the group? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Did you see the research questions? Have you seen the research questions?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Along with the research questions, I have given you another document. And what is the other document? Welcome, Dr. Niranjan.
Codes for research question.
Huh?
Codes for research question.
Codes for those each research questions. For RQ1 there's a code. For RQ2 there's and what are those codes? Those codes are from the same code book that I prepared. Now please, we were having this discussion yesterday also, and we must be very clear about this thing. I created the code book to suggest codes to you. That does not mean that everything has been coded. AI coding is one of the formats, but that is not the everything. Today we'll also do some work on focus groups. I'm sure you remember the Honorable VC of Godavi University had spoken about focus, because it is there in the list. I will talk about focus group coding also. And I have some document, and we will see that. You can share that document as well. Plus the visualization of all these things and how to put that in the report and all. After that, if you have your document, if you want me to address some of your questions on your document, that is easier. Because see, if the questions are specific, the answers are clear. If you ask me that, how to help with Satish's document, Satish will ask that question, not you. Otherwise, your question will be abstract. Ask me about your document. So that I can address about that question. Don't think that this software needs to be defended. Software is there for 40 years, and it's massively popular. I don't need to promote any software. Why would Microsoft Word need any promotion? It's there. Everybody is using it. So that's not the point. The point is how to make best use of that. So again, just to remind you what we've done. First of all, I keep on repeating that, and I've been saying that all the 3 days. Qualitative data analysis requires a different kind of thinking. Agree with that?
Yes.
It is not numerical thinking. It is conceptual thinking. It is about other. Welcome, sir. Welcome, gentlemen. It is conceptual thinking. It is descriptive thinking. It is narrative thinking. Am I clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It is not numerical thinking. We will make all those analysis and the diagrams, but those diagrams are very different from our numerical diagrams. Number 1. Number 2, the process is very important here, because I have to look for those. If you see the research questions properly, those research questions can be answered by content. Do you have the research questions right in front of you? The 5 research questions that I said. Will anyone read one of them? Anyone? Nathaniel, you got the research questions?
Yes, sir. I'm done.
Okay, because I need to put it there as well. So, the research questions on NEP. And lastly, I have given you a 500-word extract just to show you how AI coding is done, because free version will allow only 500 words. So, I'll show you about AI coding also. But that is just besides the point, because you should not get used to AI coding in a big way. Am I clear about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What's the name again, sir? No, we are behind Gangadhar, sir. Besides Shahana. Santosh. So I get confused with Satish and Santosh. And behind Santosh is Viresh, right? And we have Bharat there and Vinayak there. And right at the end, Shanmukh, Murgan, you there, and Jayalakshmi is there. So hopefully we'll address all your questions, right? Siddhalingya, you're Siddhalingya, right? Very good, very good. Nambi, what's that? Annadurai. You're Nambi, then we have Kadir, and then we have Pavitra. And you are Geeta, of course. And your name again, sir? Satish. There are 2 Satishes. Okay, wonderful. Now I understand. That's why I was getting confused a bit. Satish. And you are, sir, what's your name?
Naveen.
Naveen, right? Naveen or Navina?
Navina.
Navina, very good. of course Kiran Kumar sir and Gangadhar sir is there. Very good. Now I know everybody's name. Yes, yes, sir. You are Nanjundra Swami, right? And Chamaraja sir. I know everybody by name. It's recorded. Right. Wonderful. So let's start working on that, and we will make sure that everything is described, including the visualization. Am I clear?
Yes.
Ready? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All the energy is there?
Yes, sir.
I have the energy to carry till 8 o'clock in the night. You people are, most of you are younger than me, but at times you don't have that energy. So you must have more proteinous food. I'm a vegetarian, so it's not that I'm eating some other food other than what you are eating. So it's just in the mind. Very good. So let's make, and do ask questions. Let's have a discussion. That's very important, because otherwise, if we just have a one-way communication, it's not very good, right? Gurunath sir, right? You're Gurunath sir. Very good.
Sir, can I ask?
Yeah, ask me as many questions.
Yesterday we were talking about memos.
Mhm.
So are memos, are memos necessary while doing Atlas.ti?
Memos are necessary for writing the report, because when I'm working, while working my thoughts are coming. I'll talk about that.
Are they like research questions?
They are my observations, my opinions, my reflections about the research questions. Memo is about the research question. In the memo, I'm adding, say for example, the research question is, please read one of the research questions.
What are the primary strategies proposed for achieving foundational literacy?
What are the primary strategies for foundation literacy, etc.? That is the research question. I have coded certain quotations based on these research questions. Listen to me carefully. While I am addressing the research question, one of the evidence I am providing is from the document. Since it is already in the memo, I don't have to search again. It is there when I am writing. The memo is there, the code is there, the observations are there, I can have pictures or whatever. So when I am writing, it's much easier. When I extract that as a report, it's much easier.
If you have coding, then why do coding is there? So
Coding is for the document. Coding is for the document. Based on the code. I see all the codes are not about research question 1. Only 5 codes are about the research question 1. What are those 5 codes? Shanmukh, can you see that on the group? The 5 codes for the research question 1? Can you just name them? Foundation literacy. Yes? So only these 5 codes address research question 1. I will drag the research question 1 memo on these 5 codes. So these, my RQ1 memo will have these 5 codes, the quotations and all that. That makes the writing very clear. So please ask questions, it will make things easier. And no question is a bad question. And you have every right to disagree with me, and young people should disagree. I invite disagreements, no issues with that. But make it pointed and make it something that can be useful for others. So we are ready. I'll start off with 2 different things. One, I will first show you how to code focus groups. I have the document. Maybe the document can be shared later by anyone. Shanmukh can help us, or Datta Niranjan can help us, Ashok Gowda sir can help us, right? Navina sir can help us. Geeta, where is Geeta? There? Very good. Satish, not you, I'm talking to you. Very good. So let me just open the Atlas.ti, and right now I'm telling you how to code focus groups. Is that clear?
Yes.
Do you have the brochure that we have written on everything, whatever we need to do? It's there, I think. Does anyone have the 2-page brochure where we have to say that day 1 will do this, day 2 will do this? After us, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So I'm starting off with focus group discussion transcripts. Agree? The simple part of it. discuss about every thing that is there and something that whatever you want. So we have time till about 2 p.m. today with a small break in between. Whatever queries need to be asked, just complete it, finish it, and go home happily ever after. So I'm starting the Atlas.ti. I am importing a document here. It was there in the Atlas.ti presentation folder. I don't know whether you have it or not, but you can just have a look here. If you want, you can do it yourself. We can do that later on as well. So what we do is we have 2 different transcripts of focus group. Listen, please see this carefully. Atlas.ti has 2 built-in patterns for focus groups. Everyone knows what is a focus group discussion, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It's just like a group discussion, 10 or 12 people are talking and they are talking about certain things. Here we have the focus group transcript in a format, name and then whatever they are saying. If it is in that format, the coding will be done in a matter of minutes. We don't have to code separately. The coding will be done by Atlas.ti. So I'm taking this focus group discussion, have a focus group, have the transcript, take it there. I will right click or I will analyze, and if you see that carefully here, there is a thing known as focus group coding. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
All of you can see the screen. Everyone please see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Jay Lakshmi, your voice has grown better since yesterday. Wonderful, I can hear you now. Vismaya? Wonderful. Is that clear? It is.
Turn on the light.
No, I will feel sleepy.
That light.
Okay, one light. One of you. Okay, I like brightness all around. Okay, so this is pattern 1. We can have custom patterns also. All of you please look here. Otherwise, there will be questions. Sudarshan sir, this is there? You have again changed from t-shirt to shirt. Wonderful. I could not recognize him first. He was looking younger than normal. He is very young. Okay, so next, this is there. It has already coded the names. I can add my own codes there. Instead of X, I can think that okay, it's Ranjan. Semicolon, male. Semicolon, researcher. If I have the same thing for others, I can add the other things also. Am I clear? Semicolon, Bengal. Am I clear? Similarly for Mary, I can write female, student, Greece, whatever, I mean 310 codings created on its own. And if I see this document, I can see it here. This is what the moderator, see, female, Greece, Mary, student. Am I clear?
Yes.
Same with, this instead of X is the moderator. So all the codes plus all these things are there. This is a simple coding process for focus group discussions. It can be done in terms of other things also. It's already there. If you want to see it, you can see it there. In fact, when I'm doing code document analysis, I can come and see that. So if I have a focus group in that form, there is automatic coding. I don't have to code individual sections. In fact, in many of those cases, we were actually doing automatic coding. So I just wanted you to have a thing on that. Maybe the analysis part and all we can see later on. Here also, if you see the code groups have increased. Yesterday we were having just those kind of things. So here we have some more things here. You remember this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Focus group coding. There are these different kind of codes there. Whatever they have added, you can add on to your own also, about the themes or whatever, you can make those searches and this and that, and you can do that. Is this part clear to everyone? Focus group is clear?
Yes.
There is another type of, there is another pattern which is 2.0. We can do that as well. I can add documents. If you see that this is the second kind of focus group. Focus group discussion pattern 2. I take it. I analyze for focus group. Other things for word frequency and all already. Focus group, this is pattern 2. Next. This is also doing it like that. I can add my own elements here about, as I told you, semicolon, do whatever, in the same format as you want to do. You can add that, it will be added. Does it make sense, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone,
What are these patterns, sir? Pattern 1 and pattern 2?
I'll just show you. In the first one, just the name, Datta Niranjan, semicolon, and then the statement. And here pattern 2 is very good. That question is very relevant. Here, add the rate. So it takes these two formats. You can have your own custom format also. Here, add the rate moderator, and then it's all on second line. They are on the same line. Just like the code book has its own template. You remember the template? Yes or no? You remember the code book template? Can you create code book on your own? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, please tell me. Everyone, can you create a code book?
Yes, sir.
Code, description, code group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like this is the focus group format. It is there on this laptop. You can take it from Gurunath sir. Gurunath sir will charge 50 rupees for every pen drive copy. So you anyway, no. So you can take it from there. So this format is there for whatever transcript you have there, put it in this format, and that is easily done. With Word you just replace and all that. You can do it in. You have to learn your own automatic way of doing it. Once you do it, all this coding is done by itself. So focus group coding is one of the inbuilt features for this. In fact, even if you have an interview format like that, you can do that just like that as well. Am I clear about that? Focus group makes sense, yes or no?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now I will talk about opinion mining. As I said, I will go to the visualization and all just immediately after that. But since time is limited, I just want to demonstrate all that. Whatever you want to do, maybe after the first tea break, we will work on your documents. Let me first show you, whatever there is to do that. So focus group is done.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone, any problem? Yes, follow.
Sir, focus group. Coding name, age, document আমরা দিলাম সেই তার
ভিতরে আরো আছে বাকিটা তুমি করতে পারো তোমার তো ওই হয়ে গেল না ওখান থেকে থিম আর যে কনসেপ্ট আর ওখান থেকে সব যাবে বলে দিচ্ছি সরি আই এম স্পিকিং কানাডা with you all of you don't understand Kannada right okay my Kannada is from the eastern part of India right is that clear
yes
everyone yes or no
yes sir
wonderful. So I will now go on to something which I discussed yesterday. This answers. I forgot your name. I only call you ma'am. So what ma'am was saying yesterday, Lentara ma'am, about sentiment analysis. So we'll take it to the next step of the sentiment analysis. That is known as opinion mining. So let us see our original document. Now I have 3 documents here. I have the NEP document, I have the focus group document, I have the focus group second document. I'll go back to my NEP document and I will search and code and I will work for opinion mining. You remember we did that yesterday? But we did not explain it yesterday. I just showed you and I told you that we will work on it today. Am I clear?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. This is for everything. I should only click anything. Since we had, again cancel. Since we had, only one document yesterday, we were clicking that. But since we have 3 now, we must click only on the document that has done. Okay. So the color has a sense. Green for positive, red for negative. Let me show you. This is all in the positive. This is the first part which they are showing as positive. This part also they are showing as positive. If you see, the sentiment is also positive here. But they have taken it as, if I want to code it, see this here. Opinion mining education. And this is a positive part. This one will be about other things which are negative. Am I clear about this? Anything, so 130 matches about the education. We can decide which are the parts to code individually. Am I clear about that? Yes or no? What are these things?
Can you once again explain?
Yes, what I did I explained. Very good, thank you so much. So what I did was, please do ask me as often as you want. Opinion mining. I selected the document. I see scores of these things. Can you see this here? I mean, they are taking this language, they are taking this as positive. You can change, you can rename. You can rename these things. Am I clear? Yes or no? We can rename all those kind of things and we can, just see this. Student to teacher ratio or whatever. Do I want to code it with this? I click, it is coded. I have to do that for individual paragraphs. Am I clear about that? If I don't want all, am I clear? Please tell me. If I just see that, just down there, this is divided. All, Indian, regional, classical. I don't want to see all, I just want to see the Indian language. Or I only want to see the regional language. I only see the regional. I get only regional here. And then I code it for this opinion mining. Right? Opinion mining, language, opinion mining, regional. Language, regional. Am I clear? Does this make sense?
So what are we trying to do it in opinion mining?
They are trying to look at what the document has, what are the opinions that the document has about these.
Okay, so the title represents the about which the opinion is there in the document. So there is the green color denotes the positive segments of that. Let us put language. Positive segments are there here.
And this one is about the negative. This is about the negative. If I code this, you will see that opinion mining language and the sentiment is already negative here. Am I clear? Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
I mean, is it confusing? Please tell me yes or no.
Sir, overall,
Huh?
overall about the NEP, it says now each coding part will be same. Overall, just NEP, what is opinion like the whole?
No, it is, overall opinion is based on the sum of the parts. We create the sum of the parts. Overall, we saw, yesterday that we did the sentiment analysis and we did how much? It was overall positive. You remember that? That is the overall, roundabout view. Now I want to see deeper. Now I want to see paragraph wise. Now I want to see inside the document. And which are the areas. So they have divided it based on these language models. And you can see that there are, many things. These are 58 matches. Or the local have 6, Indian 2, other this, oh, this is 13. this is 58. And they are telling me which are the months. Can you see this down here? Let me just show it more. Yeah. Can you see this part? Yes? And you can come down and see more about the opinion mining so that you know quality high. So, I mean, if it is about quality, see, I again repeat what I said in the beginning. These quotations are an evidence of my answer to the research question. That if I'm answering a research question and I'm looking for extracts from that, so these are the evidence. These quotations, these paragraphs are the evidence for the answer to the research question. Later on, I'll show you how to visualize that. I mean, later on, in just half an hour's time. But this is there. I mean, there I will link it to the memo or I'll link it to the code. And in fact, when I'm coding it, it's already linked. But I'll link the memo to the code, and then this will appear as the report. When I write the report, it will appear in the report. Am I clear about that? Everyone, please tell me. See, yes or no?
Yes.
Because I don't want to go very quickly. This is only the second day. Many of you, might get overwhelmed. That's why I'm going it step by step. Is that clear? Focus group, they are all doing by themselves. Fine. Here, we are going to the next step. What are the different ways of coding? I can select, right click, apply code. Other, sentiment. Right?
Yes.
Still others, named entity recognition. Still others, I mean, this opinion mining part, concept. Concept also I'll show you once again. These are the things. Something more than that, the code book. Where do we get the code book? From existing literature. Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, I mean, is there a problem? Yes or no? Yes. Wonderful. As I said, a different way of thinking, a different way of response. The visual part I'll just show you. I mean, you can put it inside any document just to make sense or whatever. And I'll just show you very quickly. Opinion mining is there to help me to look at it in a better way. So there are, as you can see, so many of these. A lot of it is about research. Interdisciplinary, two of these things that they are taking us. HEIs will focus on research and innovation by setting up startup incubation centers. If you don't think that this is negative, you can remove it. You can say it's complex, or you can say that it is fuzzy, or you can say it is whatever. The idea is there. How I implement that is for me. Am I clear? Is that clear? Yes or no? If you want to see where it appears, just double click that. It will come in the document itself. Similarly for this, where does it come? Here, in the document itself. Facing and addressing these challenges will require high quality interdisciplinary research across the fields that must be done in India and cannot simply be imported. The ability to conduct one's own research also enables the country to much more easily import and adapt relevant research from abroad. This is coded, I mean the software has coded this as negative. I don't agree with the negative, remove it. Delete the code. Say that research quality or whatever. But at least it is giving me an option. AI will need some improvements and that option will be there. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So opinion mining makes sense? It does? Please tell me yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Any question on opinion mining? What is opinion mining there for? To give me ideas about those certain sections and whether I want them and whether what is there at the back of my mind? The 5 research questions. The 5 research questions. To address those research questions. So the research question is that there is a lot about research there. So this is what they are talking about research. About interdisciplinarity, about foreign collaborations, about indigenous research, about all these kind of things. So this is there as a descriptive answer to my research question. I can, I will display those codes in pictures also. I'll just show you. But this is one way. Agree with this? Any questions on this? Yes or no? Everyone, I mean, is that clear? I mean, because when I go to the next step and if you say that, this is it, that's fine, but then if you resolve it right now, it will be better. So when we go to the next step. Go to concepts now. Inside the concept also I am getting the same thing. This is telling me, please look at here carefully. Among teachers, this is the option in the concept thing. 15 paragraphs are about teacher education. Do I need to code it as teacher education? Let's code all as teacher education. I have two options, whether I code it with teacher or I code it with teacher education. Am I clear? I'm adding the coding based on the concepts there. Now since you worked with coding yesterday, now since we have repeated ad nauseum about all that, now you know what coding means. You do or you don't, tell me. Everyone, yes?
Yes.
Right, now I code all with teacher education. This I code with teacher education. This I code with teacher education. This I code with teacher education. Teacher education. It is there in my hand. I can decide whether to take it or not to take it. Now I am taking all of them. How did I narrow down onto this? Through the concept mining.
So
right?
that all 211 is different concept related to teacher.
Yes, about all there are this 99 only about teachers, 115 about teacher education, 4 about subject teachers, 4 about the teachers, teacher preparation, good teacher, bad teacher. No, there is no bad teacher. Outstanding teacher. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
I am only coding the teacher education part. Just to say that there is a research question on what does the NEP talk about teacher education. So I am getting out these parts.
They are the words.
Huh?
They are the words in the text.
They are the words in the text, or they are similar concepts closer to the text. We can, it allows us to go to synonyms also. We will probably see that. Right now there are these words there.
So that you can extract the quotes also.
Yes. Buddhi achi chale. So we have coded this 15 segments with teacher education in different places. I'm not going to the document now. I'm working on the concept now. Does it make sense? Does this progression make sense? Yesterday we just took the document and we were coding based on the code book. Now we are on the next step. Does it make sense? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So we have coded that on teacher education because that addresses some part of my answer. Now let's see what we can do here. Many of you have been asking about this question, so let me just take you on this. Let's go to the code manager. Let's see about the codes. I coded 13 there, right? I I coded 13 there. If you see this carefully, can you see this on the screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Please see that. I mean, as I said, the time is limited. We have many things to cover. So please see this carefully. This is telling me it's 13 grounded. So I have coded those 13 segments. It is telling me density is 0. I will work on density also. I will talk about density, what that means, because when we link codes, they are known as density. I'll show you that linking and that visualization as well. It is not a part of any group.
What is the grounded?
Grounded means কতবার কোড করা হয়েছে বাংলা বুঝিয়ে দাও Grounded means that it has been coded on 13 different paragraphs. It has been coded on 13 different quotations. Very good. Please ask me. Every question is important. Jagriti, you are jagging or sleeping? Jagriti? Okay. So now let me work on this. Showing network. अभी network में कुछ भी नहीं दिखा रहा. दिखा रहा? नहीं दिखा रहा. इसके लिए क्या करना होगा? We have to right click and show neighbors. Neighbors, what do you want to add? We want to add the quotations. There are many quotations. I don't want to use all the quotations. What I'll do is I'll remove some of them. Although, then I use it as a preview. I can remove some of the others also. I'm just trying to visualize, our coding or our quotations from on teacher education. Everything I'll go and show preview. Show preview. Show preview. Design doesn't look good, isn't it? Let's change it. What do you want? Okay, this also doesn't look good. Let's have circular. You can work on that. What we've actually done, you can export this as a picture and put it in your thesis, in your paper or whatever. Let me just so what is basically happening, if you don't like this, change the layout again, make it hierarchical. Am I clear? Can you see this here? What we've actually done is that we are providing a visualization of the different quotations about teacher education in my document, that the NEP has these things to say about teacher education. If you export it as an image, you can use it in anything. Am I clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
So I created this right in front of you. I coded elements on teacher education, and now I can see that this is what the document has to talk about, that I can change it. Am I clear about that?
Yes, sir.
So what I did was I created those, then I showed it in a network, and then I'm showing each as a preview. So I'm getting all the direct quotations from the document. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Is it useful? Do you think that this will be of use to you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who thinks that this is useless? I mean, does it make sense? Does it make sense? Everyone, please tell me. I mean, do you have? This is just one. I mean, there's only one code. In fact, we will link codes and we will show you. I mean, all those things about that and that. So if you have massive documents, hundreds of pages of documents, and you want to show that what are the negative comments about teacher education, you extract that, put that and show it as a diagram figure. It shows, I mean, everybody does not know Atlas.ti, you know. Unless your supervisor or the thesis examiner knows that you worked on Atlas.ti, they will think, oh my God, you worked so hard to get this picture. This happens, I mean, this is how it is. Am I clear about that? Yes. And this can be, so what I did, just one quotation, just one code, and the text, the quotations linked to that code. Can you work on that? You have the document? All of you have the document?
Yes, sir.
Just create any code and then show it on the network and show it like this. Can you do that in 5-10 minutes? Can you do that right away?
Yes, sir.
You have the document? Let's do it. I also have a document for for AI coding. I'll do that as well. So can you do this, please? Do you want to do it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because if you do it, it is better for you. You can do the same thing. Go for text mining, go for concept mining from the same NEP document. Use any code, add codes there, then go to the code manager. Then from the code manager, show it in network, and then preview it, and then change the diagram into whatever color, anything that you want. I want you to work on that, especially those of you who have to write thesis and all. You can add a lot of figures on that. Sir, 50 figure दे दिया हमने इसमें, और क्या चाहिए? Yes, Priyanka, you smiling? Very good. You should always smile. Kiran Kumar sir, it makes sense because it provides us with a Shanmugh. I mean, this is what we were talking about yesterday, right? This is what's for today. How can we come to the ending in the first? The narrative was like that. It was there on that. But do ask questions. We'll have more on that. This is not the final. This is just one of the things that I wanted you to see in analysis. I will show you about codes, linking codes, that this is linked to that and all. Everything will be done. But please work on this, everyone. Oh, sorry, Gurunath sir. मुझे pictures दे दीजिए कुछ. सर तो डायरेक्टर सर बिजी रहते हैं, उनको मैं बार-बार पिक्चर्स के लिए डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाहता. Know where RQ1 materials are. So all the quotations, all the arguments, all the thoughts, all the observations are in one memo. Am I clear? We'll work on memo later on. Satish, you can do that for your pictures also. It's there. Otherwise, maybe online or whatever, we can always interact. So on behalf of the organizers, even after the workshop, if there is anything that you want me to address, we can arrange a short online session and we can do that anytime. Right, sir? We can. Jimli, sir? If they have further questions after the workshop also, I can come online and I can. Since we haven't coded much, there isn't much to work on. See, I have dragged this opinion mining from here to here. Please come back to the screen. Everyone? Nambi? Done? Can you see this thing here? This rectangle, can you see everyone?
Sir, can you make it full screen?
देखो ना how full screen code. Can you see this? Because we have to. Can you see this thing here? I've added another node here. From here, I've added another. This is true. I've added another node here, and from here I can click and drag, and I can say, can you see this here? I can link code. I can say this is associated with. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Now if you see these codes, teacher education and opinion mining, they will show density is 1. Am I clear about that? Once again, earlier I was talking about groundedness. Groundedness means how many paragraphs of the document have been coded by that single code. Now I have linked 2 codes here. I added node there. From there is add node, if you can see that. I brought in opinion mining, and from here there is this rectangle. This will allow me to link. Not from everywhere, only from this rectangle. I click and drag. It gives me option. I just use the option is associated with. I don't know whether you can read that or not, but this is associated with. Now we are linking codes. This is based on research, this is based on coding, this is not arbitrary. You are the expert of your field, you know what is to be linked. In what form? Because linking codes provides us with another level of analysis. Am I clear about that? Let's see the codes again and let us see what it means. Again with opinion mining also I can do the same thing. I can right click, I can add neighbors, I can see the quotations, I can see some of the, I can bring some of the quotations. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Even the opinion mining code, I will right click. I will add neighbor. From neighbor I will take quotation. I can take anything, but quotation makes more sense, I think. You can add anything. You can add codes or whatever. I mean, if codes exist. And then I can add quotations, and then I will have a diagram which has these 2 codes and the associated paragraphs with that. Can you do that? Am I clear about that? Now if you go inside the code manager, teacher education and opinion mining will have a density of 1. Earlier it was a density of 0. Did you see that? Does it make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. Everyone, yes or no? Yes. Arey bolo to yes. Itna badhiya watermelon piya. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you. So let's do it and let's have a slightly more advanced diagram. Please do it.
Link codes means it will automatically take.
No, ma'am. We add nodes. Hey, actually, dekhiye na madam.
No, I did here.
So you add node, ma'am, and from the node, see, I brought an opinion mining. You could bring anything there because I had codes from there. So I brought an opinion. I dragged opinion mining here, and then I linked this. And linking has many options. Inbuilt options, I can give my own, custom options. I get is associated, which is a straightforward option.
You got to link.
Anji,
The
madam?
codes it will link automatically.
It will. Yeah, it has taken. Wonderful. Wonderful, man. You can be an expert Atlas.ti trainer. It's a body नहीं है वो? वाह, very good.
Please, sir, view take density देख ले सर density देना चाहिए.
View to density क्या लगा? Code है क्या? Code है क्या? जो link करे था तो ताले यहाँ पे. जो link करे था तो ताले नहीं था. तो link करे था किसको? कौन का link करे बोलो? भेजे देखा क्या?
Thank you.
See, I want you to discover that. That's why I'm going this path.
Yes, sir.
If you discover yourself, you will remember that. Very good, very good. Do help others and just see whether